What's up, everybody? It is your boy Baddog here with another New York Giants video, and this one is tougher than normal. As always, if you do me a favor, I appreciate you clicking on the video. Hit the thumbs up. It helps. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, hit the hype button, because I don't know what that hype button does, but it must do something or they wouldn't have it there, right? Obviously, a devastating loss of the Giants in more ways than one. Philadelphia got their revenge, completely dominated the game. They got it right away with a big 65-yard run by Barkley on the second play of the game. The Giants are immediately down 7-0. They fought back to tie it, and then that was kind of the end of it at that point. Obviously, the big play, the tush push, in which it looked like Kayvon Thibodeau took the ball from Jalen Hurts, and they gave it back to him. Eagles went ahead and scored a touchdown there, and then the Giants really never recovered. Before I really get into talking about the game, there's a couple things. Number one, congratulations to Eagles fans. But one thing I want to say about Eagles fans, and I truly mean this, on Twitter, there's a lot of trash talk, and even here, I talk a lot of trash. That's what it is. You talk trash to your rival fan base. It's part of sports, and I always have a lot of fun. I enjoy that I enjoy probably too much talking trash. I'm a trash talk back to me. I always think it's fun. I do it in good nature. That's always the way I am. And of course, we lose. I give credit where it's due. I don't make excuses. I'm not blaming the officials. I'm not blaming the injuries. We got beat by a better team. They ran for 277 yards. You're not beating anybody when you give up 277 yards on the ground. And I don't care who you are. That's complete domination by the other team. But what I was like drawn back by or taken back by, and I actually got a little bit emotional. I'm like, the amount of Eagle fans that DM'd me on Twitter and Instagram to tell me they were sorry about Cam Skattebo and that they hoped he had a speedy recovery, and they had nothing but nice things to say about Skattebo. So they obviously, most Eagle fans know he's my favorite player, and I love the kid, and I think very highly of him, and I love watching him play. He's an excitable kid. He's tough as shit. And, he gives every bit of what he has every Sunday, every game day. That's just the way he's built. So I just want to say that means a lot to me. And I appreciate the good sportsmanship. Obviously, there's a couple of scumbags out there, but I mean, every fan base has scumbags. It is what it is. But for the most part, I didn't expect that, and I do appreciate it. I don't ever want to see anybody get hurt. I don't care what uniform they're wearing ever. I don't want to ever see anybody go through. The same thing happened to Dak Prescott last year, and I literally had tears in my eyes because I felt bad for Dak. And he's a Cowboy. So, I felt terrible for Dak Prescott last year. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. But the Eagles dominated the game. They got the revenge. They're obviously on their way to going to another postseason. Dallas lost yesterday. Washington really doesn't have a really good chance tonight to beat the Chiefs, who are firing on all cylinders. Washington's without their quarterback. Looks like the Eagles are going to win this division for the first time. Win back-to-back championships, NFC East championships for the first time in like 20 years. I don't think that has happened since Eagles did it in 2003 and 2004, but they're well on their way to doing it now. But the Giants, there's obviously a lot of problems. It sucks that we lost Skattebo. We weren't going anywhere this year. We lost Neighbors earlier in the year. We lost Skattebo. There's two guys you just want to watch play. They're young guys. They're part of the future. You want to see them play. And now we have Jackson Dart. You got to hope that he stays healthy, because there's really nothing else to watch when it comes to the Giants right now. They're 2-6. They're going nowhere again. We knew it was going to be tough. They had a very tough schedule this year, but when you had Skattebo and Dart in there and there was a different type of energy, at least you felt good about the offense. Like, they kind of complete collapse in Denver, but they put up 5 touchdowns. And this is after they beat the Eagles on a short week, and they beat the Chargers. At least they looked like they had some juice. And they really did take the world by storm after beating Philadelphia on Thursday night. And I think they put a lot of people on. And I think that they both earned a lot of respect around the league. And you see what Saquon kind of embracing Jackson Dart at the end of the game. And I don't know what he said to him, but obviously it was heartfelt. These guys don't want to see anybody get hurt. And like I said, you saw the way the players rallied around Skattebo, and he means a lot. But the Giants have a lot more problems with this team outside of the injuries, and that's the coaching staff. His coaching staff sucks ass. His coaching staff is straight shit. Shane Bowen's garbage. I don't know. I don't know how this fucking guy has a job. Okay? I don't know. Today, not even close. Okay? Not even close. Not even a close shave at all. Which brings me to the sponsor of today's video, Henson Shaving. Let's hear from them right now. Let me talk to the guys for a second. Say you're going out on a hot date with the girl that you like at the gym. Or say you're a guy like me and you're married and you're going out on a date night with your wife. Well, you certainly don't want to go out looking like this. Unpresentable. And when you lean in for that good night kiss, you don't want to chop her face off either with your gruff beard. That's why I'm happy to announce the sponsor of today's video, Henson Shaving. Henson Shavings not only give you a nice, close, comfortable shave, but it's also going to cut down on the irritation, the razor bumps. Your skin's going to be less red, and it's going to be a lot calmer when you shave. It was really satisfying to solve the shaving problem after all these years and get a really close shave without all the irritation that could go with some of the other products out there. This isn't just about shaving and blades and products. It's about an entire experience. They're not just selling a razor, selling the feeling of no more workarounds. So I want to thank Henson Shaving for sponsoring the video today. Make sure you guys go into the description and click the link. Enter the promo code Baddog Sports to receive 100 blades for free. That is 2 years worth. Just make sure both products are in the cart for the code to take effect. Again, it's Baddog Sports. Link is in the description below. Make sure you check it out. And may your first date or your date night be as smooth as your shave. No close shave for Shane Bowen and the Giants. And unlike Henson Shaving, which isn't going to cut you, the Giants ought to cut Shane Bowen. This guy is just terrible. There's just no way you can have a defensive line of Kayvon Thibodeau, who's played well. Abdul Carter's got a ton of pressures. Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns, who's your defensive player of the year through the first half of the year. How can you have that front four and have a guy like Bobby Okereke? I know we have some injuries in the secondary now, but how can you have, and you go out and you spend money on Holland and you spend money on Adebo and Cordell Flott's been one of the best cornerbacks in the league this year, and you have all that, and your defense is the worst in the league. You're giving up 40 points every week. You're giving up 200 yards on the ground every week. You're getting your ass kicked every week. And when the Giants have had opportunities to close out games, this fucking asshole freaking just gives it up. How he has a job, how the Giants haven't canned his ass is beyond me. And what that tells me, guys and girls, is the New York Giants are not serious about winning football games here. And they haven't been serious in some time. That's Brian Daboll's guy. I am fine with Brian Daboll getting shoved out the door. Jackson Dart made a play today that's just insane. He just feels pressure. He has a lot of really good instincts. He's able to move around in the pocket and make plays with his legs and make plays with his arms. That ain't shit you're taught. Does he have stuff he has to work on? Absolutely. Sometimes I feel like he tries to do too much. He needs to learn when to throw the ball away. He needs to know when not to take a sack. He needs to get the playoff. Another delay a game. He has to learn stuff. But he doesn't need Brian Daboll to be a successful quarterback. He doesn't need him. Get a better head coach in here so he can be a better quarterback. And get this defensive coordinator the hell out. He's terrible. How do you give up 277 yards on the ground? And better yet, the best one was Shipley running for 34 yards on a draw play on second and fucking 31. How do you allow that to happen? What is the defensive scheme? Even on Barkley's 65-yard touchdown run, there was one cut and nobody on that side of the field. It's like the Giants play prevent defense all game. He's got to go. He's got to go yesterday. This guy is holding this defense back. You see this all the time with New York Giants players leaving this organization and being better. What is that telling you? To me, it tells me the players that are leaving here always had the talent to succeed, but the coaching staff here is hindering their development, not using them the way they should be used, not getting the most out of their talents. It's insane. that they keep doing this shit over and over and over and over again. Injuries suck. I get it. Would the year be different if we had Malik Neighbors and everybody stayed healthy? We had Skattebo and they started Dart week 1. Maybe it would have been, maybe it wouldn't be. Because this team continues to make the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over every freaking week, and they get penalized over and over and over and over again every week, and they blow coverages over and over and over and over again. And I gotta say, Deonte Banks pisses me off. That guy don't even try. Deonte Banks doesn't even try. There was a play where a guy was running across the middle. I don't know if it was Devontae Smith. I don't know if it was Goddard. He just stuck his hand and he just like swiped at the ball. He didn't punch the ball. He didn't dive at the defender to try to dive at the ball carrier to try to knock it out. He just went like this. Get him the fuck off the field. I don't even want to look at his ass. I don't want to look at him. Get rid of that guy. Get rid of Bowen. Do something. You're going nowhere anyway. So start giving us our pound of flesh. Start making moves. Start preparing for next year. Act like you give a shit. Act like you give a damn. Act like you want to win football games. Because what the New York Giants are doing these days isn't winning football games at all. They're losing them more than they're winning them. And I don't mean like because they're losing football games. We saw them. They gave it away in Denver. They gave it away in Dallas. Today we got beat by a better team. That shit happens. The officiating was disgraceful. The officiating was disgraceful on both sides. One of the worst officiated games I've ever seen in my life. Jalen Hurts fumbled that football. That should have been Giants football. Jalen Hurts got hit out of bounds late. How they didn't throw a flag on Burns is beyond me. And they also spotted him short. I saw Illuminor full start a couple times. Normally the Eagles do that. I saw Illuminor do it. I saw both teams getting held like a motherfucker going after the quarterback, and nothing was called. And then there was a pass interference against the Giants on Darius Slayton, which was horse shit. And then there was another defensive pass interference against the Giants, which was horse shit. These officials they're terrible. And it's not this game. That's not an excuse. We're going to lose, but it's not just the Giants and Eagles, man. This happens every week in the officiating in every game. You always see it. I don't know what to say, but this sucks. Prayers up for Skattebo. I hope he recovers quickly, man. That hurt me a lot. So I was so looking forward to watching him play next week, and now I don't get to watch him play. Sucks. Well, I'm going to watch Jackson Dart and hope he does really well. That's all I got in this video. 13 minutes. Thank you for listening to me ramble. It's Bad Digga Dizzle. I'm out. Peace.